Gamertag Radio presents E3 coverage. Hosts Danny Pena, Paris Lilly, and Peter Toledo are direct from the convention center floor.
Get daily interview, roundtable discussion,
all the latest gaming coverage, developer interviews,
the latest news from the crew.
A Gamertag Radio exclusive.
E3 is one of the biggest events for Gamertag Radio, and you don't want to miss this.
E3 coverage starts now.
All right, so we're live here in Los Angeles, E3 2018, and we have the whole crew. We have, well, by the way, this is Danny speaking here, but we also have Paris and Pete in the house. Paris, what's up, man? You look tired. You were standing for a long time. What's up?
I think I've been standing for about 12 hours at EA Play.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. And Pete, what's up, man?
I'm doing good. I'm here on the East. No, not even the East Coast. This is the best coast, is what you guys call it out here, right? Anticipating what we're going to see from everybody else. We all have some serious thoughts about today's EA press conference. So let's just jump right in.
First of all, Paris, let's start with you. Your experience going to EA Play, because we went compared to last year.
Okay, first of all, this is the squeakiest chair in the history of chairs, so I'm trying not to move too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got up this morning, drove from my home to Los Angeles to go to EA Play, and got a quick reminder on this is why we'll never live in Los Angeles, because even at 9:45 in the morning on a Saturday, just wall-to-wall traffic. Yeah. It's just obnoxious. But got to EA Play, and I'm not going to use the word disorganized. That's a little strong, but it was a little chaotic being able to get registered and get in and all that. Ran into Michael Pachter, ran into, a few other people, Hip Hop Gamer as an example, ran into him. But a bunch of different people we know. Yeah. While I was getting registered, and went to go into the actual place that they were having the press conference in the Hollywood Palladium for EA Play. Mm-hmm. And by the time I get there was no more seating. So I had to stand up the entire time, which, hey, whatever, it's fine. But it was an interesting press conference. I'll leave it at that.
All right, let's go with the good. Was there anything good that you think stand out during the press conference?
Unravel 2. Unravel 2 looked really good. I was a big fan of the first one, and it is out right now. You can go download it right now and play it right now, which I think was a great surprise to come out of that. The other thing would be what they did talk about and show for Battlefield 5. I'm on board. I've always been a fan of Battlefield series, and they mentioned that they are going to have their own Royale mode, which no details right now, no date right now, but I tweeted it at the time. I think if there's any developer right now that could be able to pull it off properly, it's going to be DICE. So I'm very curious and interested to see what they're going to show. And I don't have the name of the game in front of me right now, and I apologize, but it was the indie game that came out of their EA Originals. She was from Germany, I believe, from Berlin. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. We'll circle back on the name, but the whole point of it was it looked interesting that humans, due to loneliness and everything, turn into monsters, and you're following this one story of this girl that turned into a monster, and the story is about you helping change her back and recapture her humanity, and just what they showed of that looked really great. I'll look up the name of the game in a second, when one of you guys are talking. But that looked really good too. I would say from not sure if it's good, not sure if it's bad, but I'm very curious is with EA with Origin. They're doing Origin Access. EA Access. They're doing the premium feature on the PC side only. And basically, it's doing what Xbox is doing for Game Pass, where all the new released EA games that'll be on Origin, you'll be able to play them day and date, just similar to the way that EA Access works now. You'll get early access to them, but you'll get to play the entire game, not just the first 10 hours of it now. But this is only for the PC. This is only for Origin. So no pricing yet. I'm assuming it can't be much more than $10 a month, which would be similar to Game Pass. But that was a nice surprise to see as well. So for me, that was all the good.
Well, actually, you know what? I think FIFA 18 free.
You asked me what was good.
No, I'm saying I was surprised you didn't mention I was surprised you didn't mention that because I think that was pretty good. A free FIFA game, limited time.
I mean, it's cool. I'm just on a personal level. I'm not into FIFA, so it's not something that stands out to me. I guess again, just sticking with the EA Sports stuff. Obviously, Madden 19's coming to the PC. First time in a decade. Madden's been on the PC, so I think that's a good thing as well. They showed off the latest NBA Live. Looks like they're going for more of a kind of an NBA Street vibe with it, at least one of the modes in it anyways. So that looked interesting. I mean, obviously, EA still has a lot of work to do with the NBA title to catch up to 2K, NBA 2K. But yeah, for me, that's about good. I mean, you guys obviously weren't there and you watched it online. So I don't know, Pete, what did you think?
Sea of Solitude, by the way, is the name that you were talking about, the indie title. Danny and I were traveling, so we didn't catch as much of the press conference as you did, obviously, because you were right there, with everybody. Anthem is the one that everybody wants to hear our opinions, I would assume. I know that is
not the question.
I don't care, but I'm answering it. I've been on our Discord server all day, and I've been seeing everybody just asking me questions, DMs. What's going on? What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? But we're going to leave that till the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The sports stuff, it's your usual fare. The only one that I was surprised I didn't see was the UFC title. And I don't know if that is because we're recently off one, about a year plus ago. Obviously with the negative association of having Conor McGregor on your cover. And now obviously with his legal troubles, I'm pretty sure that they just wanted to avoid that whole sport in general. Madden doesn't look like anything's changed. I don't know if they've done anything significant to the title. Maybe just a little forklifting of assets and player ratings, etc.
Story mode. I know they added a couple of years ago. I think that's the only thing. Maybe that
it was like a franchise / dynasty type stuff.
Yeah, I know other companies doing that too. But
right.
Yeah.
Again, like Paris said, NBA Live 19. Is it 19? 18?
19.
19?
Yeah.
Live 19. Yeah, Live 19. It still has to go up against the incumbent, which is 2K. So we'll see where that goes, because obviously there's no gameplay. It's just here's what we're doing, and that almost in a disappointing way was a lot of what we saw today. No hands-on gameplay.
Well, there's one game
with the exception of one. And, this is my turn, so
I know, but there was one game you forgot to mention. But go ahead.
Battlefield, obviously.
Yeah, Battlefield is one. Yep.
I don't know if at this point if DICE can do any wrong, because they just keep iterating and making improvements on the Battlefield franchise. Still curious to see if they're going to go full on battle royale. In the traditional sense, we haven't heard or seen anything. This is what I want.
I'm sorry. I have to laugh. Paris.
I literally just said that they announced a battle royale mode
Apologies.
at EA Play. You're sitting right next to me.
I know, but I was taking a picture.
Get off your phone.
I was taking a picture. I was looking up the data that you couldn't remember.
One other thing with Battlefield, just real quick, and I'll give it back to you, is when they did show off the multiplayer mode, showing off the destructible environments with the tank, like they were showing the tank just ripping right through a building, and that's going to add to part of the gameplay. And even one of the developers mentioned no more hiding in buildings when the tanks are coming through, because, like I said, completely take it out and just change the entire level of how you're playing in that particular multiplayer mode. But yes, Pete, they announced a battle royale mode. No details yet, no date yet, but it is coming and they're very excited about it. And what I did say, since you weren't listening, is if there was any developer that could pull that off, I think it would be DICE. I would put my faith in DICE to see what they're going to do with battle royale, because they even mentioned, obviously, they have years of experience with vehicle gameplay on the multiplayer, all that stuff. Destructible environments is going to be a part of it as well. So, hey, if they could drop 100 people into a level and do it right, I think it would be DICE.
Well, they've been doing it with 64 with no problem. So I don't see why adding another 20 or 40 would make a big difference. Obviously, the question would be cross-plat, but that's a different story altogether. And then the elephant in the room, Anthem.
Before we mention anything about Anthem, Paris, your experience watching this live, Command and Conquer mobile, the mobile demo. You have to talk about it. That was good. That was really good.
Okay, so again, I'm standing the whole time, so it's not like this is the most comfortable thing in the world for me as it is. And they roll out those two dudes to say, "Hey, we're going to do it was like announcers too, like esports announcers."
Oh.
They came out. Then they brought out the two guys to sit in a chair. Both of them are on their mobile devices, and they put it on the screen playing this mobile game. It was like 10 minutes, and I tweeted at the time, who thought this was a good idea? Who? And nameless former EA employee that may or may not have been connected to the Command and Conquer series even tweeted at me. He's like, "You're breaking my heart, bro. Why'd you say that?" I was dying.
Oh my god!
Look, all I'm saying is this: I'm fine with doing Command and Conquer mobile. I get what they're saying. Obviously, there's going to be a huge crowd that would be interested in that. I just think in a 60-minute presentation that EA played, to take 10 minutes of it and do a live mobile match with announcers was too much. That was too much. Nobody there wanted that. I'm sorry. They did not.
That was weird. Weird.
I wanted, instead of showing a bunch of trailers, why don't you do a live Battlefield 5 multiplayer demo?
Yeah.
That would have came off a lot better.
For 10 minutes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
for 10 minutes, something like that. Why not do a FIFA match or a Mad match or NBA Live match? There were other titles they could have done a live demo with that they just simply did not do, but yet they chose to do 10 minutes of that. Sorry, that's not why I was there. I was not there for that.
Now, I know we weren't there, you were there and stuff, but there was tweets of people that attended EA Play, and they said that there was no hands-on. There was only a couple games. For an event like this big, where the public can attend, and then also they invite influencers and the media and stuff like that, do you think that was a mistake for EA not having at least something playable? Like, I know they have Battlefield and a couple other games too, maybe, right? You think that was a mistake from them?
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's playable stuff for the public when they're there. Like you said, Battlefield 5 is playable. I believe Unravel is going to be playable as well. I think I could be wrong on that one, but they're doing like a Plants vs. Zombies thing. Madden's going to be playable there. I believe FIFA is also playable. So there's stuff that's playable for the public. So I think they're fine with what they're going to be able to get hands on with. What I'm saying is for the actual press conference of what we saw, I would have liked to have seen someone standing up there on stage with a controller in their hand. Like, I know we keep putting off Anthem, but that one in particular, I really would have liked to have seen a developer from BioWare standing up there with Casey talking and them go through the game. That would have given me a lot more confidence in what they tried to present to us today. But I don't know if we're going into that.
Yeah, just go for it, man. Like,
okay.
Your thoughts. All
right, here
As
we
a
go.
Destiny fan,
And I will say it this way. I have put thousands of hours into Destiny. The Division, not so many hours, but I put in enough hours
enough
to know what the Division is, right? So between those two games, and to know the struggles that both of those games had in their first year, and to have EA, have Casey Hudson, have the lead writer and the executive producer on stage with Andrea Renee, we love her to death, but to have her and those three people on stage and them to have a sit-down chat about Anthem and not really tell us that much. And then we get a pre-recorded demo, which was heavily edited, by the way. It wasn't just, here's the start of the mission, play it to the end kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I am very concerned that this game is coming out on February 22nd, 2019, because there's no way in hell you could tell me it's ready. It's not. Yeah. Because if it was, we would have had someone on stage with a controller in their hand walking through that game. The demos that they're going to show at EA Play, I know it's going to be extended from what they showed at the press conference. There would be a developer with a controller in his hand running through that entire demo. Maybe there will be. I don't know yet because I've not done it. But I'm assuming at this point that's not going to be the case. The things that they were talking about, Casey and those guys were talking about, was very just high-level stuff. They didn't really get into the meat and bones of what... I don't know what Anthem is. Do you?
I don't.
Do you know?
Nope.
Do you know what Anthem is yet? I still don't know.
I don't know.
Not really. All it seems is 4 characters that get to jump into robots. Almost seems like a Destiny meets Titanfall clone.
And to be fair, one of the things they did explain about what Anthem is Anthem is basically this unfinished world created by the gods, and the gods left for whatever reason. And the Anthem is all the tools that have been left over and the beings of this world using them, some for good, obviously some for evil. We have the javelins, which are, basically our mech suits that we're using. There's the 4 different classes of them. There's the Colossus, the Javelin. No, sorry, the Colossus, the Ranger. Well, I'm blanking. And Storm is the other one, which I call the Warlock.
Yeah.
And then
Why Warlock?
I know we're it's just the destiny in me, but I'm freestyling this, so I apologize for that. But
Ranger, Storm, Colossus, and Interceptor.
There you go, Interceptor. That was one I was forgetting. But okay, that's fine. I mean, I get you're going to have your different classes. They're saying that your one character is not locked into using one particular type of javelin. You can go between the 4 depending on the situation, which is fine. Obviously, you can customize your javelin to look any way you want. That's great. No loot boxes in it. That is also great. They were very sketchy on multiplayer as far as PvP component of this, so we still don't know what that is. It sounds like this game is built around a co-op experience. You can do it solo, but go watch it for yourself. They were basically suggesting if you can do it if you want, but it's going to be a lot harder to do it that way, and they're really steering people towards strictly co-op. Hey, that's shared shooter. I get it. That's the preferred way to play it, but just they were very non-committal, I guess is the word I'm looking for, on how that experience is going to play off. We have no idea how large this world is yet. We have no idea. Like they mentioned like a bunch of real-time events happening in the game. Is that public events like you get in Destiny? Or is that global events or something like you would get in a Division? We don't know yet because they're not talking about these things. They didn't mention anything about a public beta coming anytime soon. We're lacking information for this game to supposedly be ready, finished, and let's go on February 22nd, 2019. That's what worries me. And the reason I say that worries me is because of the experience I have in Destiny and Destiny 2, and even with the launch of the Division, and the struggles that basically all 3 of those games had at launch, and it literally taking almost a year to get them fixed. So I'm very concerned about year 1 because I just don't know about the content. I don't know. They mentioned obviously you can go on missions and then you basically come back to, I'm doing air quotes, the tower or the base, and you turn in your rewards, and they're calling that your single player experience of it. What does that mean? I don't know yet. I mean,
I'm lost too, man.
The game's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is stunning to look at. It is going to be a very beautiful game on that Frostbite engine, but I'm worried about things to do long-term in Anthem, and it sucks that I'm already having this conversation because it's not the conversation I want to have about it. I want to be excited, and I'm kind of just iffy.
And one thing that we were having this conversation too, Paris. Can we use the same characters at the same time, or everybody has to be a different character when we play multiplayer every single time?
They didn't. Okay, here's what I took from that.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you want, but my worry is the gameplay tailored that if I don't have one of each character in my 4 characters on a particular mission, that's like it's not going to work. It's going to make it extremely hard because you need the Ranger to be off doing one thing, and the Storm has a specific talent that has to be, using this mechanic. Like I can't have 2 Storms, a Colossus, and a Ranger, or that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing I thought of when I said this is I can see the Anthem Reddit LFG already. Must have Colossus with blah, blah, blah weapon and must be able to do this at this rank. And if you don't do that, then get the F out because you're not teaming with me. I can see that already. So I hope that's not the case. And Destiny has struggled with that as an example, with raids, in that there'd be certain mechanics that really a hunter needs to be doing, or Warlock's too floaty too, and people get real kind of specific about that and requirements. Like you gotta be this particular class and this kind of Warlock doing this or whatever, or you can't be in my group. And I really hope Anthem doesn't turn into that, but I don't know. And again, the point that I don't know is my problem with Anthem right now, that I'm still wondering. And we're 9 months from launch? 8.
So we're 8 months from launch. No mention of public beta that I recall. Is there? Sorry.
No, there isn't.
There isn't.
No.
So I'm clarifying. I'm clarifying. So everything that I've been watching, reading, partially listening to Paris.
Partially.
Ryan McCaffrey stated that he got to spend some extensive hands-on time this week prior to the press conference playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Said he thoroughly enjoyed what he got a chance to play. So apparently there are hands-on, and it's not just the developer going through the motions with people. Colin Moriarty as well mentioned something on Twitter that people are going to have a chance to play it by themselves. It's not going to be a guided tour with a developer next to them. They're actually going to be able to just go off and disappear and go off and do their own personal experience with it. So hopefully that turns out for the better. As Paris alluded to with the LFG comments, curious to see how EA is going to handle the whole team up. Because when you have a shared world game such as Anthem, such as Division, and Destiny, that's a critical component because of the high importance and the criticality of having that co-op gameplay. So if I want to play, and let's say it's the three of us, but we need one more person to fill that slot to go do a mission, how do we do that? Do they have to be friends of ours on EA Play, or is it, is there going to be something that supports? I know Xbox has their LFG mode, that looking for group function within Xbox. Obviously, there's third parties such as LFG, .net. I'm curious to see how or if EA is going to support that. Going back to the gameplay, my concern is that the single player happens to be just you being able to turn in faction loot or whatever turn in your loot, your post experience, right? So the fact that it appears, and obviously we'll need further clarification on this either through hands-on or hopefully we'll get a chance to speak to a dev in the coming months or here at E3. The fact that they've almost shuttered out the single player experience from this and forced players into having to do a co-op or a multiplayer mode, which obviously they're not talking about at this time, this close to launch. I know 8 months doesn't seem like it's this close, using air quotes, but in the gaming industry, if you figure you're going to need 1 to 2 months before you go, before launch to get gold status, which means you're ready to ship, it means you're only 6 months away from going live. Basically, with a finished product. I'm anticipating a delay because I don't see this being ready for prime time. I don't see this even being ready for JV prime time.
Here's the problem with that though, Pete. If they have a big AAA game coming out at the end of next year, I really doubt they're gonna push it close to around that time because they don't want the two games to compete. So if they did push it, maybe it would be a couple months before the holidays, but it's not going to be released like during the holidays of next year.
Well, that was the one thing that Vince Zampella basically semi-confirmed, I guess you could say, because they had Andrew Renee. Vince Zampella was sitting in the front row, sat down, and they put a name on the Star Wars game that he's coming out with. Pete, what's that name?
Fallen Jedi.
Fallen Jedi. And he made it sound like it's coming out next holiday. So if that's the case, they obviously need a big Star Wars game next year. You're right. They're not going to put Anthem head to head with that. I mean, they've already made that mistake 2 years ago with Battlefield and Titanfall 2. So they're not going to do that again. I really just hope I'm wrong. I really just hope the presentation just didn't show well, but people that actually sit down and play it, get it, and it looks great. That's my hope, because like you mentioned Ryan McCaffrey got hands on. I know Game Informer has a podcast where they got hands on. I haven't listened to it yet, but I want Anthem to be good. Trust me, I want to play Anthem. I want it to be good. It's not even a haterade thing. Like, oh, Destiny fan doesn't want a game to be good. Of course, I want it to be good. I just know, playing Destiny as much as I have, what the concerns are, and they didn't answer my concerns. That's really all it comes down to. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope a lot of that stuff, they just didn't explain it well, and it comes off to be great.
Yeah.
And so
agreed.
just a quick correction. It's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is the Respawn title.
Okay.
It's supposed to be you're set you're set as a surviving Padawan shortly after the events of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, releasing holiday 2019.
All right. Well, this was EA Play Roundtable discussion, man. Anything else?
Is this going out tonight?
Right now.
Well, then
this.
we'll just keep talking because we got some predictions for tomorrow.
All right. So
tomorrow's Xbox and Bethesda.
but we're ready.
We don't have to. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, are you excited for it tomorrow?
Yes, I'm excited for excited for tomorrow. I'm very, very excited. I'm excited also for Nintendo, man. Nintendo Direct. We haven't had
I have a question for you, Mr. Pena.
Oh, walk with a Pena.
Not walking with you.
No.
Set aside the sword and shield for a moment. What are you more excited for?
Wow.
Are you more excited for Xbox or Bethesda?
I'm more excited for Xbox because there haven't been no leaks. No leaks, and there's a huge mystery there. Like, forget about Halo and Gears. I want to see new games, new stuff. So I'm excited for that, man.
Generation Zero.
That game is a perfect example. Generation Zero looks awesome. I want to see that.
Why does it look off? Like we haven't really talked about this, so I want to hear from you. Why? What about it?
Two things that got my attention. One is based on the 1980s in Sweden. Two is a full player co-op, and I hope it's better than State of Decay. Like, I like State of Decay, but there's sometimes I'm kind of like bored up with the game. So I hope this one makes the game even more fun than State of Decay.
I was going to ask you because that's the thing that came to mind was it just seems like a reskin, and I hate using that terminology because I know developers bust their ass, up and down to put out these games. But it almost seems, and I guess I can use, it seems like a State of Decay clone.
I don't, because this is more also, there's robots here. State of Decay is straight up zombies. There's no... so I would like to see more. Right now, they just only show a couple images, and they talked about a little bit about it. But we're going to find out more, hopefully, during the press conference or during the showcase, where we're going after the press conference tomorrow. So, I mean, what is it? You're not excited about Xbox tomorrow at all?
I don't know if it's excitement, but I want them to show me something from a catalog perspective that makes me go, okay, all of my friends and those that play on an Xbox console have a reason to be happy. Because right now they're aside from the news of Generation Zero, which I hope works out, unfortunately their track record hasn't been as good as it should be.
And you know what? It's good. It's fine to be thinking that way about it. It's fine. We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow, man. Paris, do you feel the same way, or you're more like, you know what? I think they learn from their mistakes. I think it's gonna be a positive press conference. Or what is it you think about?
Like I've said before, to me they are the great unknown. We just don't know with Xbox, so I'm very curious to see what they're gonna show, and I feel like they know they can't mess around this year. They know this is the year. They have to lay out that roadmap. So I fully expect to hear a 2 to 3 year roadmap of games from them on long term. And, like this obviously is going to be one of them. I fully expect a Halo to be shown tomorrow in some form, a Gears to be shown in some form. They know they got to let us know that they got a ton of games coming in the pipeline to get people excited, about games coming out of Xbox. So yeah, trust me, it's my most anticipated press conference because I'm just dying to know. Bethesda, as an example, obviously Fallout 76. I want to know exactly what that's going to be. They have that one game, and I'm being bad on names today, so I'm sorry, but they got that new IP they're working on, that sci-fi. Starfield. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's going to be more information on that as well. I mean, the Rage 2, obviously. Let's see what that's going to be. Sounds like it's going to be an open world game. So, I mean, bring it on. Like I said, I'm very excited for Xbox. Definitely curious to see what Bethesda's going to do. And yeah, Be an interesting night.
It's going to be very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very
tonight.
interesting. I don't know, man. The Xbox is going to be very interesting with Xbox tomorrow, man. Because you know what? You know what? I don't want to go in there like I'm super excited, which happened in the past, and then we watch the press conference. It's like it's okay. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but I was expecting more. Like I hope it's not like that, man.
And let's be real here.
Yeah,
It's going to be allegedly the first time we get to see the new Splinter Cell and Cyberpunk. With Cyberpunk probably being my most anticipated thing coming out of this entire E3. What the hell is it going to be? What direction is CD Projekt Red going to take it?
how is it going to look like?
Oh my
graphically?
I don't have any concerns about what it's going to look like. My main concern is when is it coming out, right? I want to know. So at least I can start tempering my expectations, saying, okay, it's, it's 2 years out. Okay. I know I've got 2 years,
To upgrade your PC.
Well, honestly, I mean, even right now, I think my PC would be able to handle it.
Yeah.
But I'm the tinkerer, so I'm always going to be upgrading anyways. And also it gives time for the 1100 series NVIDIA cards to come out. But when is it going to come out? And obviously, what is it about?
Now,
Because we've seen those little shorts and the little teaser trailers, but they don't really give us any information of what is actually going on. What's the story? What's the narrative of the game?
they've been working on this game for a very long time. We even had the developers on our show talk about Cyberpunk years ago. Mandy, this is before you joined. I had them on the show, and it was me and Mandy and I.
I was gonna say because I don't.
Yeah. It's on our show. I'll give you the link. We look for it. It's very old school. Very old.
I don't recall them
Yeah.
talking about.
They did
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Yep, on our podcast. Look it up. Look it up on the phone. Check it out. But what if they said
Dun, dun, dun.
early 2019? Do you think that's the right time?
I would be extremely concerned.
What?
I would be very worried.
How?
No.
We gotta look for that
No.
audio. Look it up.
I don't want this game till 2020.
Why
I don't.
2020?
Because it'll take you time, please. Make it perfect.
Well, look how long it took
Paris,
for them.
it's been a long time they've been working on this game, dude.
Okay, they didn't start working on this game until after The Witcher 3.
So they've had a year in.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna look for the audio. Continue.
They didn't go all hands on deck, the entire company working on it, until after the final Witcher 3 expansion, which that was early 2017.
This is episode 368,
Yes.
released January of 2013.
2013, Paris. We're in 2018.
Okay, but again, what were they working on at the time? The Witcher 3. So it's not like they were all... Hell, Bungie was doing Destiny back when Halo ODST was out. No. I don't want that game till 2020. It's not enough time.
So what if they say holiday 2019? Does that make it happy? Or are you okay with that?
I'd be more okay with it. But I'm just telling you.
You know what? I really thought it was gonna come on the holidays. I think
Oh, here we go again.
they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. No, wait. No, but
Here we go
but
again. Sherlock Holmes.
Here, my reason why. When was The Witcher came out? Was it? It wasn't the holidays.
It was May.
Exactly. So why release it during the winter?
But it originally was supposed to come out in the holiday and it got delayed. They needed more time.
But it was good that they released it in the spring, though, because I think it stood out more. If game would have come out during the winter,
okay. What if?
yeah.
What if?
What if? Yes.
CD Projekt Red right now is conservatively top 3 developer in the world, right?
Yeah.
If not the best, they're in the top 3. I think we can all agree on that right
They're
now.
on Mount Rushmore right now.
What has been almost universally praised as the best game of this
The
current
Witcher.
generation? So you're trying to tell me,
They're gonna rush it.
number one, they're not going to rush it. Number
of all, it's
two,
5 years. Go
you're
ahead.
trying to tell me they don't feel like they have the cachet to pull a rock star and go, hey, bitch, we put Cyberpunk out October 26, 2019. I dare you to put anything else around it. You don't think they could do that?
Here's another thing you forgot, and we all forgot to mention. Who's the publisher?
Warner Brothers in North America.
There hasn't been no announcement about that. Zero.
Because they're going to announce it tomorrow.
No.
Paris
No.
did talk. Paris did
No,
mention
Paris.
this.
Paris.
A little while ago.
I think it's
Well,
not Warner
okay.
Brothers.
Let me answer this question: why change when obviously it worked the last time? Why would you change it? You think? Yeah.
Looking like
You
Kim
should see his face.
looking like Kim Kardashian right now.
Let me dream. What if?
Blame it on Kanye.
4 consoles. Ah!
Blame it on Kanye.
Money talks. Money talks.
Wow.
Money
Just
talks.
admit you don't know what you're talking about and we move on.
Paris, it's possible. Another.
But why? You're not giving a reason. You just other than you just wanted to be, so you can say you're right. That's all it is.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is Warner Brothers. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is, why would you rock the boat?
it could be Deep Silver. Who knows?
But why would you rock the boat?
Money.
But
What happened if another publisher offers them more money than Warner Brothers? You think they're gonna say no? No, we're gonna stay with Warner Brothers. We've been more successful with them. You think it's based on
actually,
that?
yeah, I do. Actually, yeah.
At the end of the day, I think a lot of the companies they're gonna go with the money's at.
Okay.
Business wise,
Look, I can't even believe we're arguing this, but
Business-wise.
I'm going to argue it for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just say it's EA. So EA says, and I'm just pulling a random number out. Warner Brothers is like, okay, because remember, only in North America were they the publisher. International.
it was different. It was different.
Evolve and all those guys handle a lot of stuff. Warner Brothers didn't do it international.
Okay.
So you're telling me if EA comes to them, like Warner Brothers is like, we'll give you $100 million to handle the North American marketing rights for Cyberpunk, and CD Projekt Red is like, okay. And then EA comes in up 6 months later and goes, we'll give you $120 million. You're trying to tell me for $20 million, they're just going to take the risk of going with another publisher, especially one like EA, who does not necessarily have the best track record in the world,
That's horrible.
and do that.
Horrible choice.
Yeah.
What if they say, you know what, we're gonna do it our own without a publisher?
That was because that's basically what they did already. So yeah, other than North America. Just like what Bungie's about to do now with the deal they just signed, the $100 million deal.
The China deal?
Where they can self-publish now.
I don't know what to say, man.
By the way, one prediction I don't think we ever said, BioShock's going to be on someone's stage this week. Yep. Just a teaser.
From the inside? You heard something from the inside? Or look at his face. I don't know if he's serious or not. All right. Can we haven't had no predictions about Nintendo. I think that was the only company we had 0 predictions. You want to any predictions?
Nintendo's going to have something with Yoshi in it. They're going to have something with Metroid in it. No, okay, being serious.
Yeah.
Obviously Smash Brothers. I think Donkey Kong makes a return. Like not Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze or anything like that. I think they're going to make brand new Donkey Kong game. I think that gets announced. Metroid's going to get announced. I think. I feel like they're going to follow up on Splatoon because it's just been so successful, like an expansion DLC thing, but make a big deal out of it. Beyond that, I don't know.
You think they're gonna still promote 3DS stuff, or they're gonna focus more on Switch?
Yeah, because they just announced 2DS XL. I just saw the commercial on that, so they're not giving up on that. Yeah, even though I do think the 3DS will be the last quote unquote mobile one that they do. I think whatever the successor to the Switch is going to be both. I think when we were talking about this when the Switch first came out, I think the Switch has proven that it can handle both because it'll basically just make that it'll handle all the indie games. Obviously, you can play all AAA games on it. You can put small. I mean, they can do everything on the Switch. They don't need a 3DS beyond this current generation.
Your thoughts of most likely it looked like it's gonna happen. Fortnite day one right after the press conference.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah, Fortnite's gonna be on the Switch.
Paladin 2, that's another one too. They're gonna. It's obvious too. They already showed the trailer.
What?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I'm actually surprised this wasn't announced today at EA Play that Unravel's not on the Switch.
I'm very surprised about that.
I'm very surprised by that. It just seems tailor-made for it to me.
The only game they have available for the Switch, which was announced from them, was FIFA. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they're not really focusing on getting at least those those smaller games on the Switch. I think that would have been perfect for the Switch.
Again, I mean, I know we already talked about this before, but when Ubisoft does theirs, you can't tell me they don't have another collaboration with Nintendo and the Rabbids. There's no way. I mean, it's that. I mean, Mario plus Rabbids was a huge success for them last year. They got to be following that up.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the trailer of the Donkey Kong one. The Donkey Kong expansion is coming out from Mario Rabbids.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it looks good. It's really good, and it's Donkey Kong and Rabbids and all that. So,
but that's my point.
Yeah.
Do those kind of collaborations.
Yeah.
Why not?
But I think that's not going to be the only game from Ubisoft. They're probably going to show other stuff, man, like as a surprise for the Switch, like an exclusive Switch games, because I think they've been successful selling those games on the Switch. It's been selling a lot of copies, man. Rabbids did pretty good so far.
Yeah. Sticking to the Nintendo stuff, though. I think I've been reading about a Star Fox Grand Prix racing game.
Yes.
So
would that make you go back? I know you're a Star Fox fan. You've been mentioned. I know you didn't buy the one for the Wii U.
No,
you completely ignored it.
I ignored that. I ignored that platform in general.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll probably get it because I've always been a big fan of Star Fox. So I think it's something to be noted. Something that'll I'll put the check mark on the piece of paper, and I'll leave that for future reference. Paladins kind of has me interested, obviously, with its,
your daughter's
its similarity to Overwatch and such. I don't know, maybe my Switch will actually get more use right now. It functions as a paperweight for my backpack, lately. I haven't really using it a lot.
What happened? What happened, Paris? Paris is laughing. What happened?
I don't even know.
Wait, go on the mic.
Here we go.
Breaking news.
I'm just looking at Twitter, and I love Hip Hop Gamer. I saw him today at EA Play.
Oh no,
that's my dude.
What happened?
But when he tweets, it just makes me laugh because all caps. God of War DLC. This is all caps, mind you. So he's yelling at you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say it as Hip Hop Gamer. God of War DLC at E3. The rumors may actually be true, son. Stay tuned. Let's go.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god! Nah, it just makes me laugh because I just picture him talking as the way he tweets. This is hilarious.
Dog. I wonder if they're gonna show. I know you want Virtual Console to come, but I don't see that happening.
No, I
see them pushing it as a service for Nintendo Online. But I want them to also release games from Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, maybe GameCube available.
Well, that's my vision for the Virtual Console. That all I'm saying is unlock your entire back catalog.
Yes.
Make all those games available. Mm-hmm. We're going to be dumb and buy them again so we can play them on the Switch. So just do it.
That's true.
Oh, NVIDIA Shield, the Chinese NVIDIA Shield, 1080p version of Super Mario Galaxy. I sent you that video. Digital Foundry was showing it running.
What are your thoughts, man?
Dude, if they put that out in the US, I'm buying it. And that's my point. I'd be dumb enough to go buy it, even though I've played that game a million times
That's
already.
Your favorite Wii game, period.
Yeah.
Even Game of the Year of that time too, right?
Yeah.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
That was 2007.
Was it the first one or the second one? Or both?
My favorite of the two?
Yeah.
The first one was my favorite. So the second one, technically, it is better, but it almost felt more like just add on to the original in that way. I mean, that original Mario Galaxy was special, dude. It really was. It was a lot of fun. And then once you unlock everything and you go back through it and play it as Luigi, and Luigi controls differently than Mario, oh man, it's freaking
Game
great.
changer.
So you would want that?
Wait, Mike.
So you wouldn't want that for the Switch? You would rather have that as a game exportable for the NVIDIA Shield, is what you're saying? Or
no. Don't get me wrong. If they put it on the Switch, I'm buying it tomorrow. I'm in. I'm all in. Okay. The one, no, I guess you could do it with the Switch because you can take the controllers off and you can simulate as Wiimote. So yeah, it would actually it would be better on the Switch than it would be on the NVIDIA Shield, just because it would control better.
Did you play Mario Sunshine?
Yeah.
You liked it? I wasn't.
It was okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. It's funny if you rank, and I'm not counting the Wii U Marios because I just didn't play them, but. If you go through all the quote unquote official Mario games, not like the side stuff, but the official like Mario Brothers 2, 3, on and Sunshine, Sunshine's probably the worst of them all. It's a decent game, but I wasn't
higher than Mario 2.
Oh, I love Mario 2. I love Mario 2.
You know, technically that was not a Mario
You're right,
game.
right. One of the best endings ever.
Yeah, that was a pretty good ending.
That
yeah.
dope ending ever. It was a
good
dream,
twist,
it was a
good twist,
dream,
good
and then
twist.
he opened his eye and go back. Oh, dude, that had me back in the 80s, man. Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Sunshine probably my least favorite of all the Mario games. And when I say Mario, I'm even including those Yoshi games too. Baby, you know when he's Baby Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would like to play that game again because I think I didn't give it really a chance. Like I saw it, I played a little bit. I wasn't.
That's what I mean. It didn't
pull
hold me.
Yeah,
it never held me.
Yeah.
To, go through it.
Do we see another Pokemon?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, they already announced.
Was it yellow? Was it yellow?
They already announced a couple Pokemon games, and for the Switch, there's a one right now. There's a free Pokemon game that is already available on the Switch right now for free, and the one that they announced too. I forgot the name, but that one actually you got to watch the trailer too, man. You could use Pokemon Go to your Switch connected and play it like in that way.
Yeah,
I want Mandy to talk about it because she's more of a Pokemon person. I'm not a Pokemon person at all. But
I'm not talking about Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. It's Pokemon Yellow, right? Or something inspired from Pokemon Yellow.
you know, we gotta talk to Mandy. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon person.
I'm not either.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll talk to Mandy. Mandy, we love you.
And then one last thing I think they're going to officially announce is going to be the next classic console that they release, N64.
N64, I'm ready for that.
I really hope they don't. Stop it.
It's selling. It's
Stop
selling.
it. Stop it.
It's selling.
No,
It's selling.
and you know they brought the NES one back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought the NES one because like you said, it's making money. But stop it.
And they're not gonna stop. All right. So if you see Reggie tomorrow or one of these days, Reggie, can you stop?
Stop. I almost said the F word. Just put these games on the virtual console. Stop it.
But they're making money.
I know they are, but I didn't even buy the Super Nintendo one. I just put them on the Switch. I just want these games on the Switch. Is that so much to add? Can I please have Super Mario World on the Switch? Can I have Zelda Link to the Past on the Switch? Can I have Pilot Wings for back in the day on the Switch?
That's a great game.
I'm just saying. You know you'd buy them.
Or WCW versus NWO.
Dude, I'd buy it. I'd 100% buy it.
Or No Mercy. I'll go with No Mercy.
No, Mercy's the better one.
Yeah.
That's the better one.
That's the better
I'd buy
one.
it 100%.
Now, if they do release a Nintendo 60, well, I think, yeah, like you said, they probably announce it. But if they do announce that, please, I hope to God that the controller, the analog stick doesn't break like the old, the old one.
Have you seen the video?
What?
So this is where E3, we could just go forever. Have you seen the video where the dude was on Super Mario 64? He was able to beat the entire game in like 5 minutes.
I haven't seen the whole
He
thing.
glitches. He starts off in open level and he's able to glitch, jump up to the top of the castle and get into Bowser's room like from Jump Street. Grab him, spin him, and that's it.
In 5 minutes.
Yeah, like 5 minutes. Crazy. I want that on. I just want Super Mario 64 on Switch. Why can't I have that? Why can't I have that?
Okay, if they have it available for the Nintendo Online service as a subscriber,
I subscribe.
you're good.
I'm in. They're throwing money away.
So forget about the virtual console.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Whatever. Just whatever
So-
they got to do so I can play those older games, I would do it on the Switch.
But don't you think that maybe it's smarter for Nintendo to do both?
That too.
Release the online service for the more hardcore, but still doing the classic consoles for the smaller. As he pulls away the mic,
Yeah.
as he and releasing these classic ones more for the nostalgia factor, for the quick buy, for Johnny and his parents to reminisce on a game that they used to play, versus someone like myself or you two or Mandy who has a Switch and carries it around almost everywhere they go.
But it's Nintendo. They ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's one or the
They're
other.
banking right
It's-
now.
it's-
Do whatever we want.
It's one or the other. This is one or the other.
Because you know what? That Super Nintendo console was, I think, in the top 3 out of all consoles. It beat PlayStation and Xbox.
Let me throw this scenario out to you.
Yes.
Virtual console, they say every Mario, they call it the Mario Legacy Edition. Is every Mario game ever made $100.
I was just thinking $100 in my head too. As he's going through that, I'm like $100. I'm spending it.
Wait, going from all the way from Nintendo.
Every Mario, every last one of them.
For $100?
$100.
Paper Mario.
$100.
You would buy it?
I already bought it. That's how quickly I would have bought it. I had already bought it.
He's throwing his wallet. He's throwing his wallet at Reggie on the stage.
Yo, that's a crazy
Think about it. Think about it. Every from Super Mario Brothers
No,
in
no,
the 80s.
not the before Nintendo. The
Even
the
that
handheld
one. Yeah, even if you want to do that one. From that one all the way to Odyssey. $100.
Holy crap! And they have like history.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Mario Legacy Edition.
Legacy.
Everything is in it.
Yo,
And you would be
$100?
rebuying Odyssey as a result, and you wouldn't care. $100, all in.
$100. I'm in. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. I would do it because now I got them all. That's what I'm saying.
That would be good. I think that would be a great idea.
Paris just wants his Kanuki suit from 3. That's all he wants.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we wrap it up? I think that was good. We ended it with that bomb.
Happy.
Mario Legacy. Let's make it happen. Let me dream for Paris.
But they're doing the Smash Brothers tournament here, during the week and everything,
And Splatoon, I think. Isn't it a Splatoon thing?
I thought it was just Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, yes. But I think they're doing something with Splatoon.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Something
Would not surprise me.
smaller than Mario. Smash Brothers, I mean.
But
We forgot to mention Smash Brothers for sure. They're gonna, that's gonna be like the main focus. I think.
yeah, that's gonna be their main focus.
Forgot to mention
There was there's a rumor
Ooh.
that Nintendo shows up at Microsoft's press conference tomorrow because there's going to be a Microsoft character in Smash Brothers.
Hold on a second.
And the reason I
Hold
bring
on a
that,
second.
and here's why I bring this up before we even deep dive into who that could be or why. Or it could be vice versa. Aaron or Phil or someone shows up, whatever Nintendo does on Tuesday. But the reason I bring that up is I think Microsoft and Nintendo are going to partner up. I really believe that.
I can see that.
Because the Minecraft on the Switch just makes too much sense. So why wouldn't you do it? I can see Microsoft working with Nintendo and vice versa because in a weird way, they're not competing against each other. So why not collaborate to make both better?
I think which one could be Banjo-Kazooie?
Wasn't who I was thinking of, but yeah.
Like a rare.
But yeah,
it could be
because that's
Master
what I mean.
Chief. That's mature.
That's what I mean. You take the rare characters, they were a Nintendo property, you throw them back in.
Conquer.
Yeah. That's who I was thinking of. I was thinking of Conquer.
But Banjo-Kazooie makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it was a huge game for Nintendo 64.
Or what if Master Chief shows up?
Where the hell you read this? I have never heard about this.
I ain't read it anywhere. It came out of my head. I thought of it. This is me. Just thinking. Because Minecraft has to show up on the Switch. So in that sense, they're going to work together.
At the Microsoft press conference?
Or Phil shows up at Nintendo.
That one makes more sense than
Yeah.
Nintendo. I think that will be the talk of E3.
Yeah, that's why you do it.
Yeah.
But think of the bombshell that would be to see Miyamoto walk out on stage or Reggie walk out on stage tomorrow.
With Phil.
Yeah. Bombshell.
Bomb. Damn.
What if?
We're going to end it on that note. We're going to let you guys think and let us know on Discord. Pete, Discord URL. Mention it.
Discord.gg/GTR.
Yeah, join the conversation because that is the biggest bomb that I ever heard in my life. I hope that happens. We need something like that, man. $3.99. I think that was like a big, huge moment. It's been a couple years. We need that big moment again.
What has Phil been saying the past few years? On Twitter, wherever, anytime he gets a chance.
What?
It's just about gaming. It's about gaming. He's always quick first to congratulate the other companies when they do something great. It's about gaming. We're not competing. It's just the enjoyment of gamers. The ultimate way to show that is to have one of your competitors come up on the stage or you go on their stage, which the more I'm thinking about it, I definitely could see Nintendo saying, hey, Phil, you want to come and show Minecraft? Come on. Come up there with Reggie.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. All right. Well, head over to gamertagradio.com. Post your comments and feedback. Remember, find us everywhere. Apple Podcasts. We're there. Subscribe. Post your review. Share with your friends. Also, you can find us on Spotify and other podcast directories. We're going to be out. And yes, we have more content coming tomorrow. It's a jam-packed show tomorrow. Jam-packed. We have something in the morning. Then we have Microsoft, Bethesda, and anything else at night. Is there anything else going on Sunday night? I think that's it. And we're probably going to have another show too. We're going to record multiple times tomorrow. Yeah. So just stay tuned and be on the lookout for the episodes later that night because we're going to be outside of the hotel house, whatever, for the compound for the whole day. So stay tuned. All right. Until next time, we're out. Peace.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.